So the blue wire, you connect it to the fan wires, your blue fan wires or whatever color wires you made for the blue output on the fans. That's what that goes to. The red wire goes straight to your battery. This one, it comes with a piece for you to ground it, but what I did, I just cut it off and then I connected the two wires back together and then I extended them with another wire. Or you can just cut it there and then just extend it with one wire, but you got to ground it to this port. So this is going to be your ground for the black wire. You don't have to ground it nowhere else because I didn't on my cutlass. This is going to be the ground. Once this gets hot enough, it's going to give power to the ground to kick on the relay. Yeah, like I said, the relay is here. I got it bolted down so it ain't gonna move. You see the bolt? Power wire, got it ran this way right to the battery. All I had to do, I don't even think I had to trim it down. I just stripped the end, put it in my battery terminal piece. Got my fans. Y'all see I put it all in wire loom. Then I zip tied it so it won't move, you know what I'm saying? It's stuck still. And then the fan ground is coming straight up through the wire loom right here. That's the ground for the fan. The black wire, the blue wire for the fan comes all up, connects to the blue wire in the relay. What's up guys, it's your boy Deuce back with another video. This video I'm gonna show y'all how to wire up your electric fan, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and wire mine up. There's not a lot of videos on YouTube actually people showing y'all and telling y'all how to actually do it. It's not hard at all to do, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty easy, you know. It's just how you want to run your wires, how neat you want your wires to look and all that stuff. Other than that, it's very simple, very easy to do. It's not a hard project to do. So this video I'm gonna go ahead and wire up my electric fans with the relay that it came with. This kit did not come with instructions, so I had to do research myself. But after doing the cutlass, like I said, it's very easy to do. The red wire goes to the battery. The black wire that's a part of the relay, you ground it to the MPT port piece that comes with the kit that you got to put in your intake. So you'll put it on there. You don't have to ground it nowhere else. You can that's gonna ground it once it get hot enough, you know what I'm saying, for it to click the relay on and tell the fans to cut on. So you ground it there. The white wire, you gotta run it to a fuse that cuts on only when the car cuts on. And then your fan black wire, the black wires that comes from your fan, you don't hook it up to the relay. You ground that by itself, you know what I'm saying? So you ground it to a bolt somewhere by itself. So that's how you do it. Like I said, it's not hard, it's very easy to do. And I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how to do it in this video while also hooking mine up myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I need to go ahead and finish this up. So this should be a pretty straightforward video. Like I said, something quick and simple. It shouldn't be too harsh. It take me no longer than like 20 minutes to actually wire everything up. It's just making everything neat is what's gonna really take the long part, because I'm gonna put everything in wire loom to keep it nice and neat, zip tied, and like I said, just try to keep it looking clean up under the engine bay without looking too cluttered with a whole lot of wires, even though it's a lot of wires kind of under the engine bay now. But yeah, this video, that's all we finna do, man. So I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn that post notification bell all the way, y'all get notified as soon as I drop. Share the channel, share the video, may road to 5,000 subscribers, so need y'all help hit that goal. Share the channel, share the video, subscribe if you're new. Tell your family and friends, come subscribe to the channel if you want to. Screen record the videos, post them on different social medias. If you don't want to do that, just click the share button and share the channel and the video any and everywhere. Nonetheless, man, other than that, let's get out. Just go ahead and hook this up so I can show y'all how to wire everything up together. Alright, like I was saying, this is really easy to do. I'm telling you, it's very straightforward. It's not hard at all to do. So the blue wire, you connect it to the fan wires, your blue fan wires or whatever color wires you made for the blue output on the fans. That's what that goes to. The red wire goes straight to your battery. This one, it comes with a piece for you to ground it, but what I did, I just cut it off and then I connected the two wires back together and then I extended them with another wire. Or you can just cut it there and then just extend it with one wire, but you got to ground it to this port. So this is going to be your ground for the black wire. You don't have to ground it nowhere else because I didn't on my cutlass. This is going to be the ground. Once this get hot enough, it's going to give power to the ground to kick on the relay, you know. So then the fans will cut on. So that's how I grounded it. So you don't have to have this here. You can cut it off. That's what I did. I cut mine off. So yeah. But some people put their fans to a switch. If you don't want it to cut on with the temperature, then you can put it to a switch. But I have mine cut on with the temperature, so it ain't always on and drawing a whole lot of power. The white, you got to run it to inside your cat or wherever you want to, really. But I put mine on a fuse, so it'll only cut on when the car cuts on, you know. And like I said, it won't get power until this ground wire grounds itself on this port piece. So this piece goes in the intake, and then everything else you just wire it straight up. So like I said, what I had did on the cutlass is I just cut this off, and then I just extended the wire so I could put it on this MPT port and do it like that. So that's pretty much all. That's pretty much it. Ground wire. Oh, I gotta put the fuse in first. So you gotta put a fuse in here. It comes with a fuse, so I need to go ahead and put that in first. Then we can start wiring everything up. All right, let me put the fuse in. So like I said, hopefully that wasn't too hard for y'all to understand, because like I said, it's very easy to do. It's not a hard job to do at all, wiring this up. But I'm gonna go ahead and just put the fuse up in here. So the fuse will already be in. My battery's not on, so it won't give it no power. The fuse won't shoot or nothing like that, you know. So now go ahead and get my, I had a connector already out. Now I done lost it. Dang it. I'm gonna use one of these connectors though for the ground wire to go on this port. It should fit. Should fit on here. Yep, it do. So I'm gonna actually leave it just like that, you know what I'm saying? But I was gonna have to get another one out, but I had one already out so I can ground my fan wire down. So this is trash now. I'm sorry if it's hard for y'all to really see. All I did was put a connector on here, and then now we're gonna go ahead and wire everything up. Get my tape, and this, and my wire cutters. Let's go ahead and get ready to get to work. Then I'll put wire loom on everything once I'm, ooh, my bad. Once I'm done though, I'll put wire loom on everything and do it like that. So the first thing I actually want to install is gonna be this port right here. As y'all can see, the previous owner already had one. Well, y'all can't even really see because the sun's so bright. But the previous owner already had one in here. So I'm gonna take that one out and put my new one in there that came with this fan kit. So it'll cut on, I think that is rated for 180 degrees, so it'll cut on at 180. So that's gonna be the first thing I go ahead and do. So I wanna sit y'all here. Then I gotta figure out where. I wanna mount my relay in the engine bay. And then I'll mount it. Yeah, I just gotta figure out what size this T-port was. Too big. Here we go. So 11/16 is the size of the new one. I'm sure it's the same size as this one. Come on now. And I'm gonna put Teflon tape on it as well. Alright, like I said, this is the one that was already on this motor. And luckily it already got the adapter and everything on it. So y'all see, getting that off. Hopefully this adapter is good. Yes it is. It's also a 17. I'm gonna use the 17 because it's tighter. But let me get my Teflon tape. Set my phone down. So got my Teflon tape, and I'm just gonna put some around it. Just like this. Put some Teflon tape around it just to help it not leak. We want 0 leaks after finishing this up. We don't want no leaks, so give it a generous amount of liquid, and then thread it on up in there. perfect. Like I said, it does fit. So now all I gotta do, tighten it down with this 17. And this gonna be the long part, just doing this with this wrench. I probably should have took off this upper hose. That would have gave me more room and more of a turning radius. But it's alright, man. So let me go ahead and finish putting that on, then I'll come back and show y'all the wiring. Alright y'all, I am now fully finished with wiring it up. I know I told y'all I was gonna cut y'all back on, but I just got the roller and I was like, man, let me just go ahead and finish this all the way up, you know what I'm saying? So it is now all complete. The wiring is done. Only thing I have to connect now is the white wire, but it got it, like I told y'all before, that white wire got to be connected to a fuse, so it only cuts on when I cut the car over. So I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna wait till next weekend, find which fuse that is, and then I'm gonna put my remote wire on one, then put that one on another. So I'll do that next weekend, you know what I'm saying? I'll do it this weekend because I'm not even gonna turn it on right now. All I'm doing is just finishing everything up. So yeah, like I said, the relay is here. I got it bolted down so it ain't gonna move. You see the bolt? Power wire, got it ran this way right to the battery. All I had to do, I don't even think I had to trim it down. I just stripped the end, put it in my battery terminal piece. Got my fans. Y'all see I put it all in wire loom. Then I zip tied it so it won't move, you know what I'm saying? It's stuck still. And then the fan ground is coming straight up through the wire loom right here. That's the ground for the fan. The black wire, the blue wire for the fan comes all up, connects to the blue wire in the relay. The white wire, I got it in the wire loom going through my firewall. And like I said, I got to connect it to a fuse. It's this really long wire. I left it this long just so I could grab it coming through the firewall. But like I said, I got to figure out which fuse cuts on and off with key on and key off. Whenever I turn the car off and turn the car on, that's when it's gonna give it power. So like I said, I figured that out next weekend. I ain't gonna do that this weekend. I don't feel like plugging the battery up right now. And like I said, for one, ain't no coolant in the system. So I'd rather wait till next weekend to test everything at once. Fill it with coolant and do it all like that at one time. And then the ground from the relay goes straight here. Like I said, the ground from the fans and the ground from the relay do not connect them. The ground from the relay goes in this wire loom, around this back, comes into this wire loom, and then goes straight down onto this port right here. See it? Into that port. So that's where, you see, my ground is right there. You just connect it on there. And once this port hits, like I said, I think it's 180 degrees. Once it hit that temperature, then it's gonna ground this wire, and it's gonna shoot the ground power all the way to the relay. Click the relay on, turn the fans on. That's how it works. Like I said, it's very easy to wire up. It's just keeping it all nice and clean is the real hard part. It depends on how neat you want your wires to be. And like I said, I got all my wires in wire loom. You only see the wires right here at the relay. I was gonna scoot the relay over, but ain't no holes over here. So that's why I just put it there. I mean, I could have put it back here, but then my power wire I think would have been too short. I would have had to extend it, so I didn't want to extend no power wire. Excuse me, trimmed down my blue wire and then connected it to the fans wires. So that's gonna, like I said, keep the fans on. So everything is done now. Last thing I gotta do is gonna be putting on the shroud, the radiator support bracket, and then putting in my temp gauge and wiring it through the firewall and all that stuff. Other than that, I'm done. The electric fans is hooked up, radiator is hooked up. All I gotta do is put coolant in it, bleed the system, and it's done. And like I said, I can't bleed the system until next weekend because this gas can make it, you know, it's dry now. But like I said, I want to give it a full 24 hours to let it fully cure. And then we're gonna test everything out and see how everything working. So yeah, I'm gonna get that coolant now, take it to the back and dump it. And yeah, like I said, that's it, I'm done. Ain't nothing else to do. So y'all let me know what y'all think, how y'all think it turned out. And if y'all got any questions, like I said, let me know, and I answer them to the best of my ability. But like I said, it ain't hard to do it all. You're gonna have two ground wires, the ground coming from your fans and then the ground coming from your relay. Do not connect them. The ground coming from your fans, ground it by itself. So I grounded it here. The ground from the relay, run it to that port that comes with the kit that goes into your intake. That's how it's gonna ground itself. Power wire right to the battery, blue goes to the fan, white goes to your fuse box. Simple as that. That's all it is. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Like I said, got that finished up now. Next step, putting on the fan shroud, and then final step, putting in my temp gauge. Then I'm done. So y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll catch y'all in a second for the outro. All right, y'all, so that's gonna be the end of this one, man. Now this is another wire I gotta find a fuse to tap into, man. So that's 2 of them I gotta tap into, 2 fuses. But yeah, pretty much done now. I'm finna add my radiator support bracket. Then that should be it, man. That should be all there is. That should be all she wrote, you know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be nothing else for me to go ahead and do. And besides put the temp gauge in, you know what I'm saying? Wire up the temp gauge. 1 second. Yeah, but that's it, man. Like I said, put that fuse on, which like I said, I'm gonna do that all next weekend. Figure out what fuse is key on power, what fuse is not power, don't get power, or yeah, that's it. Just figure out what fuse is key on power, and I gotta find 2 of them. Put my remote wire on one, put the white wire from the fans on the other, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta do. Like I said, it's the last little step to this project. And like I said, it's gonna be next weekend, then I'm gonna bleed the system. But next video, we finna go ahead and put that fan shroud on. I gotta figure out how in the world I'm finna put it on. So we're gonna put that on in the next video. Then I think that's it. Oh, temp gauge. And I think I'm gonna chill out for the day. I think that's all I'm gonna do for the day. You know what I'm saying? Just put it after I do the temp gauge. I think I'm gonna call it a day, and then save next weekend. Give myself some content to record, even though it's a lot of stuff I gotta record. But yeah, finishing this radiator project was one of the biggest steps that I needed to do since getting the car back. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the big things I needed to do because I knew it was gonna take a little minute to do, and I knew I was changing the water neck, so the gasket was gonna need at least 24 hours to dry. And yeah, now that I got that done, like I said, next week I'm gonna check for leaks, bleed the system, hook up this white wire, hook up my remote wire for my subs, and then that'll be it, man. That'll be all she wrote. That'll be all I gotta do. So I don't know if I'm gonna make a video doing all that. I'll probably just do it off cam, you know what I'm saying? Probably I might make a TikTok doing it, figuring out which fuse is the power wire or what fuse is key on power. I might make a video doing that, but bleeding the system I'm probably just gonna do off camera because it's gonna be a pretty loud video and it's probably gonna take a little minute, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta keep watch of the coolant, so I don't think I'll be able to record. I think I'm gonna just do that off camera. But next weekend, like I said, it's quite a bit I need to do. Next weekend is gonna be hooking up the EQ in this car, putting the SCAR EQ in, because I bought a SCAR one, putting that in this car. I think I'm gonna do the rear spring stiffeners, try to put them on. I think I'm gonna change the wheel studs on the rotors, but I'm probably not gonna put the rotor on next weekend. I'll probably wait till the following weekend to do my rotors. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go and change out the front studs for the new front rotors next weekend. And I might fix the Cutlass music system. I might pull the Cutlass out, bring it back over here, and fix the music system, because in that tent, it's not a lot of room, bro. And now that I got my box Chevy back and I have a lot of room to work with, I don't want to go back to working inside that tent. But come winter time, y'all know I'm gonna be over here messing with this car, because that's really crunch time for me to finish this car. And then, like I said, it ain't quite a lot left. It ain't quite a lot left, but I got to get that body shop guy to come and do my rear quarters so he can fix them, and I can get my trim back on, because I bought a new trim. So I gotta get him to come over here and do that. I'm gonna try to see if he can do it during the winter time, where I know he probably won't be as busy with his body shop, you know what I'm saying? See if he can come over here and do it then. And then I'm gonna be making my center console, so that's gonna be the project for the winter time. And trying to think, I'm pretty sure my wheels will be here by the end, so I might try to do the suspension, but if it's too cold, I'm not gonna sit out here. I'm not gonna force myself to force a video, you know what I'm saying, and it's freezing cold outside, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather do something that's a little easier on me, to where it ain't, like I said, I ain't got to sit outside in the car. I might mess with the Cutlass interior a little bit more, you feel me, like make the center console for that one as well. But nonetheless, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, if y'all have any questions, let me know. I'll try to help y'all as much as I can. But like I said, I pretty much explained it. It ain't that hard to wire up. It's just making the wires look nice and neat, you feel me? Other than that, it's really straightforward, bro. So love y'all, appreciate y'all, keep God first and God bless, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.